Now, he will, if he throws him into that skyscraper, I think he's going to have to kill his own interceptor, I think, or katana down there.
Yeah, that is his own katana, but definitely well worth it.
Well worth it, yeah. Especially with all the units he has out.
I mean, it's always an issue. Are you going to put Maxim into the mega form? And I mean, you're going to have to do it
sometime
eventually.
You might as well get rid of the alpha.
Just get it. And so Josh is going to power up here, or hyper up. And you can hyper up into the.
Does that give Zor Macros the damage?
No, it does not give Zor Macros the damage.
It gets rid of the building, but it doesn't do a damage?
Yeah, as far as I understand it.
Does the flame cause anything?
Nope.
Pretty much like the form was there, you know what I mean? Like if you say like if they have flight.
I think it counts as him technically being on the square from the beginning of his movement. So he started his movement in the fire, and so he's not going to take any hazard damage unless he moves off and then moves back on.
Josh forgets to shuffle, and Alex has no mercy.
Josh could have shuffled there, and Alex said, well, no thank you, I'm not going to give you that one. So,
which, I mean, in this level of event, you can't just give someone that.
If you forget something, you forget it. That's one of the signs of a good player, is actually knowing what he can do or she can do at any time in the game, looking at all the abilities and having an understanding of what's going on. It looks like Josh is going to go for the throw, and it is going to be into that skyscraper.
I think he's going to have some pretty good odds here, too.
And he's got plenty of beat-eye.
Yeah, good thing to remove those morphers. That would not be fair.
Yeah, he's still doing really well in his building security also. Josh still has plenty of power-up opportunities.
Now, let's say this hits, and he does go through the skyscraper, does a lot of damage. Megazord Maxim comes out. What do you think Alex does to respond here? Does he body slam him back in that Sun Industries? Does he try to throw him to the bank HQ?
Well, I mean, Mega Maxim won't come out quite yet because he'll still have 1 damage left on his Alpha. But he can still very well make a power attack. In fact, Alpha Zor Maxim is not bad at making power attacks, that's for sure. I learned that myself. He could smash him back into his own bank HQ there, or he could smash him forward in the skyscraper. I just don't think he'll have the power die to do it.
Insurance.
And you notice insurance ticking in there.
That will help throughout the game. Getting a couple extra power dice here and there sure adds up.
And that's going to just make the deficit even bigger on Alex's side of the board. The difference in their power dice pool is already extremely noticeable, and it only gets more so as this game goes on. I'm sure those S-types are still in his power base. He's not going to be able to do anything about them. At this point, it looks like he's committed to fighting the macros, and he's not really worried about his base.
Zor Maxim Alpha has 1 health left, correct?
Right.
After that flame.
He just took 4 damage.
Alright, and then Alex, I think Alex has to take a unit turn here. No, he doesn't. Oh, he's already spent his dice.
He's going to body slam, and he will get 3 B-die and 2 P-die, and I believe 1 or 2 A-die here. And that's not incredible odds, but he's going to roll them anyway.
That's probably in the upper 50%.
2, 4, 6, yeah, okay.
And you got him. You got I believe 7 strikes there.
No, you get none. It's your base.
Little joking around going on here, Josh. With a good sense of humor.
It's always good to see it. You saw this all weekend too.
Oh yeah.
Players losing, they're still having fun. Obviously, players are winning, having fun, but it was a good time.
And he took what was that? He took 3, 2, 3. Actually, just 2. It looks like.
So he goes from 5 to 3. So he's got 3 left.
Right. So his Macros has 3 health left, and Alpha Maxim has 1. I don't know. That's a tough call as to who actually gained the advantage there, because as we know, Mega Maxim hasn't even come out yet.
And I think that Alex is almost wanting Josh to get him into Mega Maxim, because at that point, with beatback, it's just a very uphill battle. I mean, Mega Maxim is a tough cookie.
The only problem is the P-die issue, of course. Again, there's really... I don't know what Alex is going to do to get them. You can't go through this entire game without P-die. Especially as Maxim. You need them. It's a power-up roll coming. Is it power-up?
Yes, I believe this is power-up. Yep.
He got it.
He gets it.
Luckily, his statue. So already, you notice he can just power up every single time.
He's going for the throw.
He's throwing him.
Now he just needs to do 1 point of damage here, correct?
Yep, so he's going to use 1 A die and there's 3 B die. And he'll decide how many P die he wants to throw in here. He could just throw him on that hazard for 1. That wouldn't be a bad move, probably.
Just throwing him in general would be...
yeah, that's enough.
But then if he throws him on top of those units as well, he'll get some extra
yeah,
power
he can maybe
dice.
throw him on the Shadow Gate. It looks like he added 2 or 1.
Maybe... Well, he's got... I don't know, we'll see. He always rolls in the middle for us.
Looks like he counted out 5 here, so it looks like he's going to throw him...
Now he's throwing in a lot.
Is he going for the crystalline? Or...
Well, if he hits, we'll see. I don't think you have to announce before you roll, so... Oh.
Oh my goodness.
Oh no.
Look at that.
That is
a terrible
horrible.
Miss. Terrible, terrible miss.
I bet you they both wanted to hit, though. This is horrible.
All of those P die come up blank. That is, your stomach just sinks at this point.
Oh, man. I wonder if he'll... yep, he will flex.
And so he's flexing down here out of frustration, out of...
That is not fun.
I can't believe it.
Now, it's interesting. All these morphers had, Alex had another turn here. They'd all be next to each other, so that could create a very interesting issue with beat back into other monsters and stuff.
Alex
so we'll see how that
is
plays
forced
out.
to take a unit activation.
Ooh.
Josh is shifting before Alex steps
It's a good thing
in
this
here.
isn't chess. You let go of those pieces, baby.
Luckily, the Monsterpocalypse community is a bit more forgiving.
Indeed. This is not chess. That's why we play it. That is horrible.
And Josh lamenting his poor luck there.
So, well, hopefully the dice guys will reward him later in the game.
Well, I mean, we've all played. We all know that the rolls that always are going to hit, or that you think are always going to hit, like, they don't all the time. 90% odds roll bad. Like, it just happens, and it happens more than you like to think it happens. So you just gotta roll with it, and that's kind of the sign of the good player, is someone who can really whiff a roll and still stay in the game.
We'll see if Josh can pull it out here.
We'll see. Just careful calculations going on. I'm sure he's just staring at those S-types, just thinking, what have I gotten myself into here? And
This is tough.
Josh's placement is just so good here.
That miss on the S-type early on, it was very, very critical. Had Alex hit that, he'd be getting power dice this whole time. This might be a very, very different game.
Of course. He wouldn't have to take a unit activation here for 1. He could hold on to more of those A die. And Josh is making sure that Alex understood that chain reaction doesn't apply to morphers. It's only to units.
Now this is interesting.
Okay, it looks like he's lining up for some sort of attack here.
I feel like a katana could come in and really destroy this combo of units.
Well, of course. I mean, and surely Alex knows this. He has plenty of katanas. He's staring at a chain reaction square. Okay. And that's the thing about the katana's high impact. Oh, goodness.
Is that a Shadow Gate?
No, that's not a Shadow Gate. I believe that's a Shadow C-type.
Interesting. Oh, wait, that's a Shadow Gate next to it, though, right? No, that's katana.
That's a katana. So
this is an interesting move.
So Alex has lined up his units, and I don't know if this is the right thing to do. He needs that high impact. That's kind of the curse of the katana. But is it worth just being so wide open here? I'm not sure it is. But who am I?
And of course,
Alex knows what he's doing.
These are also just units, so I mean they're fairly disposable. But
They're little P die holders is what they are. That's an easy 4 P die.
Okay, so he gets a hit.
He does hit, so he hits
Alpha
the morphers.
macro.
So the morphers are down to 4 health.
And he will shoot that ninja.
Def 4.
Yep.
And he goes after that S-type again, right?
I almost feel he should have thrown more dice at that. That seems a little bit, I don't know, monster damage or potential for a power base.
He's really not taking these S-types very seriously, and it may well be because Josh can just put them there again, turn after
I don't know,
turn.
he destroyed that skyscraper, so...
Yeah, that's true.
So he can't just, underground network them over.
This line of units here that he's lined up could just as easily have shot that S-type and maybe and secured the buildings at the same time, and potentially swung this power dice deficit more into Alex's favor.